Self-learning module for Grade 8, Quarter 1, Week 3 Physical Education. In this module, you are expected to know the things regarding physical activity and physical fitness assessments, as well as the conduct of a physical activity program. Specifically, you are expected to explain the purpose and benefits of health-related physical fitness tests, perform physical fitness tests step by step following the correct instructions with safety precautions, and list down and describe the facilities and equipment used in volleyball game. Physical activity refers to an activity that involves the contractions of muscles. Examples are gardening, walking, climbing stairs, and others. On the other hand, exercise is a specific form of physical activity that is planned and structured, involving repetitive bodily movements performed to improve and maintain physical fitness. We have three levels of physical activity. Number one, the light intensity activity, such as walking slowly and gardening. Number two, moderate intensity activity, such as walking briskly and playing leisure sports. And number three, the vigorous activities, such as jogging, running, playing competitive sports, and circuit training. Physical fitness is the ability of an individual to perform one's daily activities efficiently without undue fatigue, reduce the risk of health problems, and with extra reserve in case of emergency. It is our ability to carry out everyday activities without becoming excessively fatigued and to still have enough energy left to deal with emergencies. It is our condition of being physically fit and healthy. If the body is able to function up to its full potential, then it is considered as a physical fit person. Obtaining and maintaining physical fitness is a result of physical activity, exercise, proper diet, and nutrition, along with proper rest for physical recovery. The Physical Fitness Test, or PFT, is important because it is a set of measures designed to determine a learner's ability and level of physical fitness. It is intended to test two categories of physical fitness commonly referred to as health-related and skill-related physical fitness. Health-related components refer to those physical attributes which enable a person to cope with the requirements of daily living, such as cardiovascular endurance or stamina, muscular strength and endurance, flexibility, and the appropriate body mass index or BMI. Health-related physical fitness components are important to improve the overall health of an individual. Health-related fitness or exercise helps to develop and enhance body composition, flexibility, muscular endurance, muscular strength, and aerobic capacity or cardiovascular endurance.
Aerobic capacity, body composition, muscular strength, endurance, and flexibility. What is body composition? Body composition describes what part of total body weight is fat and what part is fat-free. Muscular strength is the maximal force your muscles can exert in a single effort. Muscular endurance is the ability to sustain or repeat muscular activity over time. Aerobic capacity is the body's ability to take in, transport, and convert oxygen to energy during exercise. Flexibility describes the range of motion of muscles at the joint.
While skill-related fitness are activities that focus on improving the skill of a person related to sports. It refers to the quality of one's movement skill. It is also termed as performance-related fitness because of its relationship to the efficiency and effectively of one's performance of different movements performed in different physical activities. A SMART or SMART guide to goal setting has two-term goal. One is short-term goal, which should be developed with a finite amount of time in mind, while the long-term goal is something you want to do further in the future. Long-term goals require time and planning. Before starting an exercise program, set short-term and long-term goals. These goals should be S, specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, relevant, and T, trackable. Specific, it is to write down what you want to achieve. M, measurable, is to write down the amounts, time, days, and other measures factors. A for achievable is your goals should be realistic. R for relevant, your goal should be important to you. And letter T or trackable, recording your progress helps you see what you had to achieve. Warm-up and cool-down exercises are the two important factors in preventing injury during the exercise. You should remember that not all injuries are of a sudden nature. Sometimes, pain and injury develop slowly and perceptibly over time, often because of neglecting to warm up and cool down properly before and after exercising, respectively. Regardless of one's age, there is a strong scientific evidence that being physically active can lead the family to a healthier and fulfilling life into old age. Here are the three factors to consider during our daily physical activity. Warm up prepares the heart muscles and the circulatory system and stretches the skeletal muscles. Workout, it always follows the FITT format or the frequency, intensity, time, and type. Cool down, it helps the body recover from a physical activity. Health-related physical activity or test. Body composition is the body's relative amount of fat to fat-free mass. How to compute your body mass index? The formula is weight in kilogram divided by the height in meters squared. And these are the classifications after you compute your BMI. Below 18.5 is underweight. We have 18.5 to 24.9 is normal. 25.0 to 29.9 is overweight, and 30 and above is obese. Flexibility. It refers to the ability of the joints to move through a full range of motion. Example activities are sit and reach and zipper test. Purpose. To test the flexibility of the shoulder girdle. Equipment to use. We can use the ruler, meter stick, or tape measure. For the tester, stand erect, raise your right arm, bend your elbow, and reach down across your back as far as possible. To test the right shoulder, extend your left arm down and behind your back, bend your elbow up across your back, and try to reach cross your fingers over those of your right hand as if to pull a zipper or scratch between the shoulder blades. To test the left shoulder, repeat procedures A and B with the left hand over the left shoulder. For the partner, observe whether the fingers touch or overlap each other. If not, measure the gap between the middle fingers of both hands as you can see on your screen. Record the distance in centimeter. Scoring. Record the zipper test to the nearest 0.1 centimeter, following the scoreboard as you can see on your screen. Muscular strength. It is the ability of the muscle to generate force against physical objects. Example activity is push-up, curl-up, and basic plank. Push-up. Purpose, to measure strength of upper extremities. Equipment, exercise mats or any clean mat. Goal, to perform a proper push-up.
For boys, straighten the arms, keeping the back and knees straight. Then lower the arms until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows. And for girls, With the knees in contact with the floor, straighten the arms, keeping the back straight, then lower the arms until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows. Perform as many repetitions as possible.
Push-up scoring. Record the number of push-ups made for boys and girls, as you can see on your screen. Basic plank. Purpose: to measure strength and stability of the core muscles. Equipment to use: any clean mat and stopwatch. Scoring: record the time in the nearest seconds or minute, maximum of 90 seconds for boys and girls. Follow the standard scoreboard as you can see on your screen.
To do basic plank, first, assume a push-up position. Rest body on forearms with palms and fingers flat on the floor. Elbows are aligned with the shoulders. Legs are straight with ankles, knees, and thighs touching together. Support weight on forearms and toes. Make sure that your back is flat. Head, neck, and spine are in a straight line.
Now let's discuss the nature and background of volleyball. Volleyball is played by two teams, each composed of 6 players who use their hands to volley the ball back and forth to volley the ball over the net. The object of the game is to hit the ball over the net with certain limitations before it touches the ground and in such a way that the opponent cannot return it. Brief history in volleyball. The game volleyball was invented by William G. Morgan, who was born in the state of New York. He originally called the games as mintonet. It was initially invented as a form of relaxation which was designed to be a combination of basketball, baseball, tennis, and handball. In early 1896, the game was first presented at the YMCA College in Springfield to demonstrate the game. The name mintonet was first replaced by volleyball as proposed by Professor Alfred T. Halstead after seeing the demonstration. The game volleyball was introduced to the Filipinos by an American named Elwood S. Brown, who was then the physical director of the Young Men's Christian Association or YMCA in 1910. The following are the common terminologies used in volleyball. Attack: the offensive action of hitting the ball. The attempt by one team to terminate the play by hitting the ball to the floor on the opponent's side. Attack block: receiving player's aggressive attempt to block a spike ball before it crosses the net. Attacker: also a hitter or spiker. A player who attempts to hit a ball offensively to terminate play in his or her team favor. Block: a defensive play by one or more players meant to deflect a spike ball back to the hitter's court. It may be a combination of 1, 2, or 3 players jumping in front of the opposing spiker and contacting the spike ball with the hands. Double hit: successive hits or contacts by the same player. That is illegal. Foul: a violation of the rules. Pass: to bat the ball to the teammate. Point: a score made by a serving team. Serve: one of the 6 basic skills used to put the ball into play. It is the only skill controlled exclusively by one player. Server: it is the player who puts the ball into a play. Set: the tactical skill in which a ball is directed to a point where a player can spike it into the opponent's court. Spike: also called as hit or attack. A ball contacted with force by a player on the offensive team who intends to terminate the ball on the opponent's floor or of the opponent's blocker. Facilities and equipment in volleyball. First, we have the volleyball court. The court consists of a large rectangle, usually 60 by 30 feet or 18 meters by 9 meters, with a net in the middle, resulting to two sides that are 30 by 30 feet or 9 by 9 meters. We have 3 meters from center line to attack line and 6 meters from attack line to end line or baseline. Ball. The circumference is not more than 65 to 67 centimeter, and its weight should not be more than 262 grams. Net. The dimension is 1 meter wide and 9.4 meter long. Height of the net from the floor is 2.43 meter for men and 2.24 meter for women. Side markers. A removable band of white materials 5 cm wide placed at extremities of the net.